What's up, lads and ladettes? How are we all doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastically well. So today's video is a little bit of an interesting one that I'm sure everyone has thought of at one point or another. You might remember, well, you might not actually, a little, like, maybe a year or two ago, I made a video basically about why I play Entropia Universe, which is, a lot of people might think, oh, to make money. Nah, I started playing because it's just a cool sci-fi game. That's pretty much it. I just really enjoy the style of it. I like the fact that there's a never-ending progression in your avatar's strength, pretty much. There's a massive open worlds. There is a player base, so it doesn't feel empty. Some places feel empty, but that kind of just adds to the vastness of it, And I was sitting there today and I was thinking, when will be the last time I log into Entropia Universe? At what point in the future will I, basically say goodbye in the sock chat for the last time? And it's kind of an interesting question, because unlike a lot of other people that might be invested in the game for money-making reasons, I'm not. I'm not invested in the game for the reason of earning any kind of money or making money. I'm in the game to play the game. And I'm hoping that when Unreal 5 comes out, I'm really hoping that when Unreal 5 comes out, there's going to be a whole mess load of things for me to explore and to continue exploring and all that sort of stuff. I'm hoping they change up the combat style a little bit. I'm hoping they change up, just the way people do things, because the combat style in the game is very stale. There's no real skill to it, which I think is something that we kind of need in the game. We kind of need a little bit more of a skill-based thing. I do think there needs to be a little bit more of a skill-based combat system. Still keep the same sort of, I guess Mind Arc will have to keep the same sort of way they, dish out their loot, in the same way they, do the whole, if you don't shoot anything, you don't burn any ammo, but if you hit something, you lose that bit of ammo. But I wouldn't mind seeing, like, maybe mobs could have, like, critical spots on them. Certain spots where if you hit them, it will do more damage than other spots. Therefore, it's more of, like, a skill-based sort of thing, instead of just a tab and shoot kind of thing. But for me, there's a lot of stuff in game that I still want to explore. I've got a lot of goals, right? I want to get my laser. I want to get my laser sniper hit and damage. I want to get that stuff up to level 100, and I also want to get my long blade up to level 100. Those are just little fun things that I want to do. I wouldn't mind. I'd love to have, like, a quote-unquote end game set of gear. I want to do the Moloch Depths quest stuff. I want to do the Moloch Depths stuff. I want to do the, where is it? It's around here, but there's no real thing on it. I think it's the Cyclops Depths. I want to be able to go through all of that, like, on my own. I want to be able to go through and, not have any issues with it. I want to just explore everything. I'd like to get, like, the final rank. I'd like to get into rank repeat of, like, all the mobs. There's a lot of things that I want to do, but will there ever come a point when I just stop playing? And it is one of those things where you think about it and then you start thinking of other games that you've stopped playing. Like, for me, I used to play a lot of Rift, and then one day I just never logged back on. I never logged back on. Same with World of Warcraft, though I do pick it up every so often, so it's not the best example. I do pick it up every so often, but just not as much as I used to. I used to be hardcore into it, and then I stopped, and I just didn't really play it that much anymore. But there are a lot of games that I've played for years that I still pick up and play quite regularly. Like, pretty much any game from the Souls series, I'll still pick up and play. Mountain Blade. I've been playing Mountain Blade for, more than 10 years. More than I've been playing Entropia. And that game I still pick up quite regularly and play both Warband and Bannerlord. And I also play the original, like the OG vanilla version every so often. I also play with Fire and Sword and Viking Conquest. I play all of them. Same thing with the various Total War games. There's a lot of games that I pick up still that I've been playing for years. And Entropia Universe is one of those ones where, because it has just so much, you got so many different mobs to sort of kill and rank up and all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of missions, and there's also a lot of milestones and things like that within the game. It kind of it just makes it what's the word? It makes it hard to imagine that I'll ever stop playing the game. But if I'm 100% realistic, if at some point in the future there comes a game, like forget the real cash economy thing, I'd probably still play Entropia Universe even if it wasn't a real cash economy. If they were to turn around, and say, hey, you can take all your PED out as cash if you want, but from now on, the main currency in game is going to be, PEF. And you got to pay like $5 a month to play the game. I'd still play the game. $5-10. You got to put in a fee to play the game. I'd still play the game, just because I enjoy the game. So, getting aside the idea of a real cash economy kind of thing, which, don't get me wrong, it is an incredibly interesting concept, and I think it's really cool that someone could get like, let's look at this. I think it's really cool that this one dude killed a prowler, a malcreantor, whatever the fuck that means. Malcreant, whatever. And essentially looted the equivalent of 2,000 USD. If we have a look at the old time, there's a 30, like this dude, a Molman Looter Elite. He got, in 2013, he got, 33,000 USD. And for a lot of people, that's a lot of money. That could be like life-changing money. So that is pretty cool. Of course, you got to remember that, on average, you're only going to get 95% back, and then it's up to you to, then sell stuff for a markup and blah blah blah. But barring all that, if I find a game with a similar kind of skilling structure, right? So, which is also sci-fi and is just as vast as Entropia Universe, and not just vast as in like, Eve with all of its space travel. It needs to have both space travel and it also needs to have ground travel. It needs to basically have all this sort of shit, right? A game that has this, plus all the spacefaring stuff, multiple planets, right? But better. So I'm talking has... and also the same sort of looting system. I like or maybe actually a better looting system, So like... a game like this, but has looting system that's a little bit more akin to, like a traditional dungeon diver or a traditional MMO and all that sort of stuff. And and you know, a game with an MMO that has the same like social sort of structure, how everything is so interconnected, maybe even a similar economical aspect where, you know, there's an ebb and flow in the cost of things and the price of things and all that sort of stuff. Because you think about it, right? If Entropia Universe, right? If Entropia Universe didn't have a real cash economy style game, and it was similar to this, I think there'd be a lot more PvP action. You'd definitely see far more like fleets in space shooting the shit out of each other. You'd see far more people like on ground making like, you know, little hunting parties to go into lootable PvP and like loot people. You know, because it's not real money in that sort of sense. If it wasn't a real cash economy. So I think that would probably be the day that I stop playing. When a game that is the simplest kind of shit, but is just better in what they do. I think that's probably where when I would stop. But it was just a thought, and I wanted to pass this off to you guys. When would you stop playing Entropia Universe? Like, genuinely, what would make you stop playing Entropia Universe? And if you've already stopped playing Entropia Universe, but you just kind of watch my videos for shits and giggles, what would make you return to Entropia Universe? Yeah, because I think this can open up a discussion, maybe in a future video or even a future live stream, about how Entropia Universe could be a better game, how it could be better, how they could do things better if they put their mind to it. Like if Mindark actually put the, you know, the cogs and gears into overdrive and actually work on making the game a fun game. And I like the game. I think the game is fun. It just needs more. It needs more. But right now, it's the best thing for what I want in a game. Does that make sense? Anyway, I'm going to leave it with you guys. And yeah, comment down below. What, you know, the question that I had before. What about you guys? Anyway, you all take care. Thanks for listening to this more vlog-esque style thing. Looks like the sun is starting to rise. Hey, look, the sun's rising. Oh, look at that. So no, it is another reason why I like playing the game so much. It is a very pretty game. It is a very attractive looking game. Oh, look, we got all the birds coming through. Yeah, we got all the things flapping about. We got the sun rising. We've got the god rays coming all over the place. Ah, it's lovely, that is. Anyway, you all take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next one.